Yes, what I would like to mention right now is this. On the tip of my nose, but the nose is not the top of my head, horizontal and vertical. If this area would be the 5 area, okay, if this area would be the 5 area, is it 5 over here? Is it 9, 5, 3 in the back of my head? 9, 5, 3, standing with 2, 5, and 8, where the two worlds combine after this? Or is it the bridge of the 9 lives of the cat? Because the cat has his nose in front of him. Man has his nose in front of him, but he runs nose to ass. We run nose to the back of our spinal cord when everything comes in, just like a U. This is the U. That's all you need. There is no more. This is the outgoing. So the cat versus the man, 9 and 8. Between the ears is the H. 1, 4, 7, 3, 6, 9. In between is the bar, 4, 5, and 6, between the ears. Then we switch it this way, and we do the same thing. This is from the back of the head this time. In between the ears with the H, we cannot do an H this way. This way is round. The only way is a C that comes inside of us. The curvature over here, what letter is that? Now, what I'm trying to say is that the cat says 9 lives because his 9th point, his tail, both ends, 1 and 9, from nose to tail, runs in a straight line. Ours is above and below. One other thing I wanted to mention is this design over here. As you go, 10,000 souls are on the line, the hundreds, the thousands, and the millions. 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. If you notice, these two are on top of each other, these two zeros. Therefore, this 0, okay, over here gets valued of 3. This 0 gets valued of 3, and the transfer onto the next side gives you the value of 6. Over here, 6 equals 8, because it's 3 and 3 of the combined 4th one in the center that joins. The same thing that goes over here, 3 and 3. So it's actually these 3 over here that get 1 here and 1 here, equaling to 4 and equaling to 5. I'm not sure if I did this in a video yet. I just want to explain this. This is number 5. To the right, it's a hole. That's all it is. You go into the hole, and then you have to get off. If you go off, no matter where you go off, it's number 1. But what are you when you go off? It can't be 1 because it's all around. You went through a hole. It's a minimum, okay, a minimum of 4. The minute 1 goes through 4, but 1 goes through 4 to 2, the halfway point in between the top and the bottom. So let me just erase what I just said. Let's just say it different. The center is number 5. The ace plays the 5 position. You go off to the right or the left. The ace gets off, the spirit jumps boat, goes into the other worlds, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. Now you connect inside of you. V equals Roman numeral V, plus 1 equals 4, minus 1 equals 6, or plus 1 reversed. I don't like this video. Okay, listen to this. I don't know if you've ever seen this before, but I want to show you the difference between man and a 4-legged creature. Okay? Man and a 4-legged creature, and I'm going to show you. Here is what an eye pillar looks like. On a cat, okay, like here on man, over here is that eye, right over here, okay, right here. The cat shows it on its cat's nose, making it in the front of the cat. Cat's nose in the front. 9 is all the way over here in the front. What is on the other side of 9? We're not going to talk about it. But man's nose is in the front of his face. When man goes forward, it goes through right to here. His nose goes back right into the middle of his brain and then goes out the back end of his brain. 4, 5, and 6. Up over here, if the cat gets 9 by his nose and man gets 9 by his nose, what would he get by his head, by the skull? Either he gets 8 or he gets 6. Because if the nose ends up to be 9 and the nose is over here at 9, the cat gets a 9 nose, but man doesn't get a 9 nose. A dog will get a 9 nose, but man doesn't get a 9 nose. What's the difference between the nose of the dog and the cat? Because they call man dog. Well, reversed, it's God. But as I said, this design is on a cat. I saw it on a Jaguar. So that's why I'm reiterating. We're just working on the head now. The blockhead. The block gets all the numbers. I'm not working with anything in the body. Okay? The body's an operational center. I just need the head over here. I don't talk through my ass. I talk here. My ass is on my head. It's the only hole I got up here. It's the biggest one. Shooting the shit, right? Anyways, Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching. Let me interrupt you. There's a space unit coming in right now. Would you like to continue? Should I finish this? I just want to tell you one thing. It's the skull, the thickness of the skull. If you put on a space helmet, what are you doing with the space helmet? What happens on your head or in your head? How do you keep your hair? Well, you plug it to all these hairs. Millions of hairs plug into that helmet. That's why the helmet is showing. That's why we need it. We have to understand, how do we connect to the other world? Through the thickness of the skull, where these hairs pass in, because these hairs and the thickness of your skull. Remember, the end of me is up here. The end of me is below in the middle of my two sexes, where I poop and I pump, right? And when a cat or a dog is running on 4 legs, the end of him is the tip of his nose and his ass the other side. So, you know, it depends what you have on each side, whether you're horizontal or vertical. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Happy Canada Day. Hola, hola, hola. I'm behind. I have someone here, so I have to make it real sturdy and quick. Let me explain to you what this V is all about. In this V, it is me. Who stands to my right is 1. Who stands to my left is 1. If I go with the 1 to the right, it is me 5 and the 1 to the right. 5 and 1 is 6. But if it was me 5 and I go to the left, 5 and 1 is 6. The thing is, the minute I go to the right, this hand is going to go to the right. See what happens to the other hand? It goes up to the left. This hand went to the right, this hand went up to the left, but it's going 4, 5, 6, from 4 into 5 and 6. The first 5 do not exist. 5 exists when 6 comes out, because 6 comes out through 5, 5 and 1. 6 is the halfway in the middle, between above and below the center. 6 is in the middle, 4, 5, 6, right here. So you're going one way, 4, 5, and 6. 4 is present in 5 and 6. 5 is part of 1 and 4, which doesn't even reach 5. It's 1 and 4 that creates 5. It's 2 and 3 that creates 5. Well, 2 3s equals 6. The letter F carries the EF. The E family is an F. 5 and 6 equals to 11. 5 and 4, D to the left, equals to 9, 11. We begin on D4. Begins in April, it ends in September. Forget about April 9 and September 4. Forget about those two. After April is May. After April is May. Yes, May. And that's August. May and August. June is July. 6 and 7. June is the July. That is the light of the 7th gate. 6 and 1 equals to 7 inside the cube. Why do we have 7 and 4? 7 and 4 is the number to Christ. 4 is the gateway, because inside of 4 is 1 that passes through 7. 6 and 1. 4 on the corners. 1 and 4 come together in 6. Here's 1 and 4 and 1 and 6. But it's 1 and 3 and 3. Here's the 4 corners. This is the halfway point. Split 3 to the left, split 3 to the right. 3 plus 1 is 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. This creates also your N and your Z. So that's what I just wanted to say. There was one other thing that I marked down. I don't remember where it is. I just want to get it out. Yes, yes. Canada Day today. Canada Day today. Happy Canada Day. Numbers, numbers, napkins. I wrote something down. No, nothing from this. See, I wrote things down today, and it's not working. Oh, I like this. I like this. What is it? 3 minutes? Okay. 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 No, I don't like this. I don't like this, and I don't like this. What I was gonna say is 57.75. 57.75. What can I do with 57.75? I can tell you what I can do with 7, 1, and 2. We don't begin until the seventh key is touched, and then we do it again. Nothing begins until A, B shows up for the second time, because A and B equals C, and A and B equals C. Now, if A and B get to be C, then C gets to be D and E. And A goes backwards, gets to be G and F. E and F come together to link. Okay, gotta end it.